Hi, it's Barbara Ireland, and this is your November message from my spiritual guide. So, last month's message, October, was buckle up, and I hope you did because it was a pretty bumpy ride. So, my guide's message for this month, let's dive in. When I tuned in, the first thing that I heard was there are many strong emotions going on right now within people, like grief, fear, anger, confusion, and others who may be feeling good right now are likely to have very strong emotions in the opposite direction later on in this month. So it looks like no one's getting out of it. This month, it's going to be heightened emotions for all of us to deal with. Now, my guide said that the spirits are actually quite sad for us right now because they see so many people that are really suffering under the heavy weight of dark and tangled thoughts and thinking processes. And my guide continued with this message. A lot of these emotions are based in fear. And fear is an expression of focusing on the future, of something that's not happening in this moment and may never happen. So to do whatever you need to do to plan for your safety and your loved one's safety, if that's something you feel you need to do, and if you're feeling anger, to use that energy really productively instead of just kind of sitting in it and letting the power of anger fall back on you and sink you down. If you don't have a particular need to do any of those things, but you're still focusing on things that, by the way, most of it's out of one's control, but you're still fretting over it, then this next message is for you. This particular moment, while you are watching this video, it's most likely that your grandest fears are not occurring at this particular moment. So what is occurring? Where can you focus your energy on things that are joyful? Or how can you create something around you, within you, that is joyful? Where we focus our attention is always our decision. So for me this morning, when I heard that message, I stopped what I was doing and I really tasted my coffee, and man, did it taste good this morning. It was so yummy. And then I started listening and I heard chickadees outside in the tree, and it's early November. That really lifted my heart. And so that got me to start thinking, what is going well? And I started thinking about those and I started feeling better. This is the underlying idea behind the de-looping method. Where are you putting your focus? Where can you refocus? Because the things I fear are not happening in this moment, even though it feels like it because I'm imagining them. And we are the architects of our experience, and the architecture is our mind. So we really have to be very careful where we're putting our focus. And when you do refocus your attention off of the things of the future, you actually start clearing your mind and your nervous system calms down. So guess what? You can have much more clear ideas, creative ideas about which next steps to take. However, have you ever noticed that there's a part of us kind of gets off on feelings of fear and anger? Like it kind of feels excited, or it gets a juice of adrenaline. You may not think that is something you enjoy, but we start to suck on that in a weird way. I've seen it so many times with people, and I can get into that mode, but it's not that often anymore. I'm onto it. But anger and blame and even fear, all of those can be energizing. So just notice that inside yourself. It's up to each of us to decide whether that intensity, whether that adrenaline is worth it to us. Because when we get into these lower energies and they start tensing our body, they clench our jaw, they curdle our stomach, they mess up our sleep, are these effects on our body and our nervous system worth the feeling of adrenaline or excitement? And if not, then we need to train our mind, train our attention to come back to this moment, to get off the treadmill of worry and fear or blame and anger, and purposefully look for and find joyful things and things we can appreciate. So that's the first part of the message. The second part is, if you are suffering from difficult emotions, do not spend time alone. That's when we go full on into our head and we loop like mofos. Now, it's important to honor the feelings that we're feeling. We don't sweep them under the rug. So a journal is really good. I like to speak into my phone every morning. What I call it sometimes is vomiting the stuff out. Like, get that stuff out. Then it's honored, it's been felt, it's been heard. And then go out and find people you can be joyful with. Who can you connect with to go to a movie? Who can you connect with to go on a walk? Come over and make biscuits with you, or play a puzzle, or a board game, or shoot some hoops, or play music. Who can you connect with, let's say, in the meetup.com groups to go on a hike or to a book club? And since you're on my channel right now, maybe you're interested in near-death experiences, in which case check out IANDS, I-A-N-D-S. It's an organization I belong to, the International Association for Near-Death Studies. They have almost daily something going on, either in groups in many, many cities, and you can connect with people with similar spiritual interests. Point is, do not isolate this month. That's the worst thing you could do for your mental and emotional health. So to sum up my guide's message for November, be careful not to go into fear, which is a focus on a future that may never happen. And if your outlook is heavy or dark, then refocus your thoughts back to the present moment and find whatever you can that is joyful or something you can appreciate, and do not isolate. Remember, life is never static. It's always, always, always moving and changing. So whatever we're projecting into the future based on current reality, just know it will change. We don't yet know how, and I suspect there's going to be many surprises ahead. But in the meantime, focus on any joy you can find or create. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It helps me reach out to other people. And if you like this video, please click the like button and know that I am sending you love.